You can't have a man around. My father could not come around. It did not help us at all.
It's crazy. At one point, that was like a staple for like a single chick to be like, "Yo, I'm on the Section 8 list. I'm about to get my
100%.
house." Like that was like an achievement to
Yeah, it was
me.
a flex. You can't brag about the
All
trophy
these,
when it get handed to you.
When you hit a lick, you're not hitting a lick on the government. You're hitting a lick on disabled people that really need it, because it's so packed that it's hard to get on these government assistance, because right, even if it's helping a billionaire, we don't know where the money's going, but you got a perception. That's your thing.
Yes, we know.
He telling you who's abused. Why aren't y'all here? I'm with you on this one though, Fatty. For real, I'm with you on this one, because it is selective capitalism for poor people. Because y'all got to understand, there's corporation jobs that poor people aren't in those jobs.
People who can work, people, able-bodied people, should they not go to work? We can still restructure our mindset. I think y'all getting so stuck on the billionaires to just our day-to-day lives on how we move. We got a lot of the mindsets out there that y'all not even really addressing. Y'all only talking about saving the billionaires when you talking about your day-to-day life, what you spend your money on, how much food you buy, the shit you waste constantly. Stop acting like everybody got just sound mindsets to where they just moving accordingly and just doing the right.
From government programs. The president making the case for reconciliation during a prayer event at the White House yesterday. Watch this.
I want to let you know what I was just doing in a really great meeting with Speaker Johnson to be updated on the progress of the one big, beautiful bill. We love that bill. I won't like it if it doesn't pass. Neither will you. If it doesn't pass, your taxes are going to go up 68%. So think of it. 68, and this is a religious ceremony to me, but that's part of the religion. Because if your taxes go up 68%, you might give up your religion. You might have no choice. You'll be working too hard to try and make it. And that's the Democrats. That's what they'll give you. They'll vote against it. It's not even believable. It's called Trump derangement syndrome.
All right. Meanwhile, House lawmakers are making progress on President Trump's big, beautiful budget bill.
All right. I kind of play one more clip. I'm gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna play one more clip.
The Louisville Metro Housing Authority could lose nearly half of its federal funding for things like Section 8 vouchers, which of course are designed to help low-income families afford a place to live. The counter-argument here, though, is the current system is dysfunctional and needs an overhaul. Trump's budget proposal would also create a 2-year cap on rental assistance for able-bodied adults. The administration says it wants to ensure a majority of this funding would go to senior citizens and folks with disabilities.
All right. I also want to state something real quick for the able-bodied adults who actually want to receive benefits. They must work, participate in job training, or volunteer in their communities at least 20 hours per week if they want to receive some form of government assistance. So, somebody background.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. How do y'all feel about the cuts in government assistance?
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I agree with it.
I don't.
I love it.
Why do you love
it? I'm a landlord and I love Section 8. So
the reason I love it. Oh, sorry.
You think of Mac Mall, man.
Although I'll say this though. I don't like it for the fact that it's crippling our people. So I understand where y'all going with it.
Yeah.
But from my standpoint, that's a guaranteed check every month. So I'm totally against it.
Well, you'll still get it regardless. It's not like it's not like a lot of people won't be on it, but I do feel like it's been a crutch for a lot of people to abuse the system. And then now you just got a lot of grown babies kind of out there. You know, you got grown children.
Yeah, but at the same time, the more I build on my portfolio, I'm gonna need more and more Section 8 tenants, and they're gonna be limited in these months. So
okay, but I mean, we still gotta look at what's best for the whole. When it comes down to the United States.
The thing is that the government assistance has crippled the black community, bro. I come from that. I call myself a Section 8 baby. My mom couldn't get no job. If she made over a certain amount, they will kick her out of government assistance. They all in your business. You can't have a man around. My father could not come around. It did not help us at all.
You know, it's crazy. At one point, that was almost like a staple for like a single chick to be like, "Yo, I'm on the Section 8 list. I'm about to get my
100%.
house." Like that was like an achievement.
Yeah, it was a flex.
Yeah.
It was a flex
It's a
back
flex.
in the
Hell
day.
yeah, it's a flex if you get help on your rent. What the fuck?
But
But that's what. But
it's
we
not
talking
needed
about.
help.
We
It's
talking
not needed
about
help.
merit. We talking about merit-based things. We talking about is it cool? It's cool. Yeah, you hit a lick. But like I said, you can't brag about the
All
trophy
these-
when it get handed to you. That's what I'm saying.
all these
I ain't
licks.
worried about nothing. I look cool. I'm gonna always go out here and get it. I don't want no handouts, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
Yeah,
I
man.
think it got a lot to do with who you are as a person to actually even fight for the fact that you don't want to do it and make it a law.
But you
Well,
also,
I'll say this. I think it's totally
Yeah, I think
okay.
so too.
I think it's totally okay for the women that
Why?
need assistance. You know what I'm
Why?
saying? Like the
Why?
women that's trying, that might be in a bad position, that need a little help. I'm
What they
totally
trying
for
for?
them to get it. But the
What are they
women
trying?
that just want to be
Hold on,
lazy
Phil.
and just want to eat off the government, I'm not with that at
Hold
all.
on, but what do you
But
mean,
Matt,
like the ones that need a little help? Because if you're not disabled, like why do you need the
yeah,
help?
what you need?
Because I mean,
Man,
some women made bad decisions. They
Nope.
had kids. They
yeah,
Yeah,
can't.
but
They
man,
that
can't.
Section 8
They
but
help
guess
people,
what?
man.
Now that's making that my problem now.
Man, listen.
And everybody else on this panel's problem. Now I gotta pay for your bad decisions at that point. Why am I paying extra money just to compensate for you not closing your legs, probably for you not staying with that guy that you chose, being under your family's leadership? You know, that's why I think this is gonna help a lot of families stay together instead of just I'm gonna kick my kid out early on. See that's why a lot of our families crumble because we don't stay together longer. So we wonder why Indians out there winning. They buy a Subway. You got the
Shout out to the
grandma.
Indians.
You got the grandma working the cash register. You got the cousins making the subs. You got the
Facts.
other cousin cleaning. We don't practice that, and that's a problem. So when
Okay,
we
well, check this out, JB. I hear where you coming from, and I totally agree with you 100%. But
okay,
I come from a place where I've seen people, kids who were young that literally didn't have a choice, bro. They was raised and born by crack mothers, crack daddies. They didn't have a choice, bro, and they made bad decisions. And when you live, you learn. You see what I'm saying? So now they might be trying to change their life and they might need a little help. Everybody need a little help here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm not
we get
totally
Correctly.
against it, but I'm
Man,
against it. I'm against it with the people who abuse the
shout
government.
out to
man,
That's
you
them.
what
got
I'm
to.
against. You
But
know what I'm
Mac Mall,
saying?
That's the
Mac
problem.
Mall, we all got the memo. We ain't doing it. Ain't happening behind people's back. You got the memo now. You got 2 years. Make it happen. You plan too much.
You
And
got certain people.
when you hit a lick, you're not hitting a lick on the government. You're hitting a lick on disabled people that really need it because it's so packed that it's hard to get on these government assistance because people stay on that. They not getting off that.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying, but you got to understand the bigger picture though, because even the people who running these entities that collect money for that, they shaving off the top.
Yeah, man.
You
All
see
that
what I'm
shit.
saying?
Y'all know how
So
that go.
we can't talk about money that's being wasted because
Already,
everybody
man.
pinching off the top.
Yeah,
Honestly,
everybody
But our communities is fumbling because they pension off the top. Nobody talking about that. They're
Well,
talking about
it's
the temporary
well, it's the
help.
men-
But you got a
hold
lot
on.
of people. You
It's
got a
the
lot.
men- Go ahead, Mike.
You got a lot of people that do good with Section 8. You got people that could be on Section 8, save their money, then eventually buy them a house, move their family from out the area. Yeah, it's perks with it too. You got to do the right thing with it.
I understand what you're saying on all that, but do you think the mentality though, it breeds a mentality throughout generations that think that that's how we're supposed to live? I don't get any government assistance, so I can't just say like that's what I need or whatnot. Even growing up, I grew up in the hood or whatnot. I mean, we didn't really get no government. I mean, I can't really say we really got government assistance like that, but at the same time, I didn't get enough to where I could say we was actually winning from it, you know. So
Nah, they ain't gonna never give you.
but you
enough.
know what though?
That's what
It's
that's where
all
the
kind of
money, that's where the
licks.
money should go. That this is a conversation is, and again, I'm talking from the outside, and I wonder what somebody has a massive like echo or somebody talking on the
Oh,
text.
sorry. Sorry, brother.
Like no, it's like I don't understand why like people look at this as a zero-sum game. Okay, what needs to happen is while these mothers are on Section 8, there needs to be programs that are going to rehabilitate the kids to the point as soon as they get 18, they have a job that can actually get them out of it. That's literally what it needs to be done. It's not cutting shit. It's actually sending the money to some places where these kids, as soon as they get 16 and they graduate, they go to a trade school. They go to a place where they're going to afford money to actually get out of that. That's the first one. And the second one, y'all really think that black people are the only ones that are literally living off the government?
No,
no, it's white people.
No, let me finish.
Go ahead, Fatty. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
This bill that they pass helps the billionaires. Literally, it's the billionaires. They are living off government assistance. Like
and
the
white
money,
people.
the money that they took from Medicaid, the money that they took from food stamps, the money that they took from Section 8, she literally turned around and gave it to the billionaire. Says, hey, if you earn more than 500, go ahead.
So don't do nothing about it.
Hold on. If they're able to cut to reduce taxes from it, is it not a benefit?
It's welfare.
If
Well,
they can
I'll say this.
if they can reduce the tax bill, would that be a benefit?
It's no, because you know why it's not? Because the government is going to, just with this bill, the government is going to increase $3.8 trillion in national debt by 2030.
So you're telling me
$3.8 trillion in debt, but they don't have money to help poor people. They can help the rich. They can buy things. They can buy. Like,
y'all do realize there's more white people on Section 8 than black people.
No,
we don't care about how many people.
But a large majority of the black community is on it too.
No, it's not.
The thing
is, no, it's not, JB.
Don't shift the conversation.
No, it's not.
Fatty, my question is this to you, Fatty. Right? Even if it's helping a billionaire, we don't know where the money's going, but you got a perception. That's your thing.
Yes, we know. No, he's on the bill. We know.
Great. So my thing is this: do nothing, right? So we understand that the system.
We
is
didn't
corrupt,
say do nothing.
And people are taking advantage of these systems, so we do nothing about it.
No, that's not the point. You know when Tupac said they have money for wars, but they can't feed the children or something like that. Do you remember that? Like I don't know what a song for 3 years that changes, right? They're like, we have money for wars, but you can feed the children. This is what happened on the United States.
We already have money.
I got you. I'm just saying this is the richest country on the planet. Every time a president comes in, they have money to help corporations. They have money to help Israel. They have money to help Ukraine. They have money to buy 10 new tanks, 1,000 new aircrafts, all these drones and all these. But if you actually look, Elon Musk is getting welfare. All these rich people are getting welfare. All these rich people are either getting tax cuts that are not revocable. You're never going to get back to actually take money from them to give to the people. So my question is this, South Central. Why do I have money to reach to help a person that already has money to feed 100 generations, but I can help these people that are 60 years removed from Jim Crow? Why?
Okay, so the reason is because Elon Musk also gives into the system with the people he employs. And
no, he doesn't.
He employs a million.
No, he doesn't. Donald Trump didn't pay taxes for 10 years. Jeff Bezos doesn't pay taxes. If you don't actually close your positions and get capital gains, you don't have to pay taxes. This is once again, it's just a loophole. So you keep piling and piling and piling.
Hold on. So you telling me you should just rely on the government to keep your mouth open like you a baby all the time? Just get bottle fed?
No, the government should.
That's kind of like what you're saying, low key. I understand that it's tricks. I understand that it's tricks to the system. But at the same time, if you're telling me they got government assistance to say that if you don't work as much, you can go ahead and get all this assistance, should you still take it? Because if we were living in a different society, most people wouldn't even be able to survive.
Right, but what I'm saying is, when it comes to these billionaires, you want to flip it and tax them, overtax. You know that they billionaires.
Not overtax them, just leave.
Hey, Fatty, come on, man. Let me say what I'm saying. Now, if you talking about giving welfare to the billionaires, you not understand what they give to this country as well, as far as employing families and investing into America. So you telling me that they can go anywhere in every other country? A billionaire is a billionaire everywhere else. Just because he's a billionaire in the United States does mean nothing to anybody. I'm gonna go where my money works for me. If you make it hard for me, I will just leave and give it to
respectfully. They can't. Apple to operate on the United States as to sell to Americans, as to be registered on the S&P 500. There's a tremendous amount of business for being an American company. Didn't you see what they did? Trump said you have to bring the jobs back. They took the factories from China and they put it in India. Like, these companies are amoral. They're not going to give you. Their job is to make money. It's not about South Central. It's not about Obama. No, hey, I'll let you finish, right? So the reality is this. The United States have enough money to take care of everybody. What I'm saying is that, once again, get the money and restructure it instead of most of it go to the military to shit that is going to be lost forever, like it happened with the Pentagon. Remember when they didn't find the money and all of a sudden the plane did the shit? Remember that? You have money to feed everybody.
Okay, regardless if we have money to feed everybody, should you not take things into your own hands to not say I want to just live off government assistance? No, that's what we're talking about. People who can work, people, able-bodied people, should they not go to work?
Okay, so let me ask you something, Jay. If Elon Musk can make profit out of Tesla, they should go bankrupt. The government shouldn't help him, right?
What you mean? Right? Say that again.
If you think that is a swing cost free mentality by poor people, if they can afford it, hey bro, it is what it is. You need to do what you need to do. Either go to the streets, right? Where
everybody has to work though. Everybody has to work. It doesn't change anything.
So this is what happened, for example, with Tesla. Elon Musk was 4 weeks away of going bankrupt. You know what saved him? The American government with subsidies. Nobody talks about that shit. In 2008, you had so many companies that were literally going bankrupt, and you know what they said? Too big to fail. We have to save them. We have to take money from South Central, from Vita, from Jay to save them. No,
under Obama,
jobs will not be here though. You got to think about that.
Let me just wrap it up so you can understand the feeling that I'm saying, right?
Okay. Poor people
It can be socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor. It can be every time the rich get into trouble, all the American people take their money from their pocket and go and say all these big banks, these big insurance companies, all that shit. And then when there's a poor person that says, hey, I've been running this business for 12 years. I've been employed for 40 years. Now I got cancer and they are cutting my Medicaid. Nah, man, it is what it is, man. Pull yourself by the bootstraps, man. How the fuck does this make sense?
It almost sounds like you complaining because you might be in a different class. We all know different classes have different perks and lifestyle to it. Why are we complaining because the rich are rich? If you get rich, you probably gonna be talking different though. That's what I'm saying. Your talking points will possibly be different.
I'm on the upper bracket of my country. Like everything, like everything that comes. Like imagine that if I was in the United States, I would be earning 400,000, 300,000. That's the equivalent because the cost of living here is low, right? Okay. But the reality is, I don't want to live on a skyscraper and then I go outside of my building and there's 2 tents with homeless people. That is surreal. That makes no sense. And I know these people a lot of times only are there because the social safety net for the poor people is not there. So I can bankrupt my companies left and right, declare chapter bankruptcy. I don't have to pay it. Rebuild, get subsidies, make losses on my business so I don't have to pay taxes.
It doesn't matter what society you're in, you're still going to have to work. Even if we were back in time and we didn't go off the money system, you would still have to know how to barter. You would still know how to hunt, grow.
That's not the point.
You're not going to get around work.
That's not the point.
Work still needs to work.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, why can this person?
Hold on. Who talking?
Why can this person bankrupt this company and the government and American taxpayer go ahead and save them? Why is always money for wars? Why there's all money for doing this dumb shit? And then as soon as we ask, hey, can we have a social safety net so when my company goes bankrupt, so when my business go bankrupt, so when my wife gets cancer, I don't get obliterated? Nah, we're going to cut your Medicaid. This is not just for the poor. Medicaid is for a bunch of people that are hard workers, but because their shit is connected to their job, as soon as they lose their job, they are out on the misery. So what are we doing here? Like, are we going to take care of the worst of us, or are we only going to take care of these millionaires that the first thing that they can when they happen is, oh, we are not making profit, let's cut employees. We're not making profit, let's go to China. We're not making profit, let's close Ford and send them to the other side of the ocean. Every single decision
to be cut for everybody?
Is to get money. So why are we doing this?
Is Medicaid to be cut for everybody?
No, but these 8 million people.
But you don't know if they, you don't even know. No,
8 million people. Think about it. 8 million people.
But you don't even know if they're abusing the system or not, bro.
He telling you who's abused. What are y'all here? I'm with you on this one though, Fatty. For real, I'm with you on this one because it is selective capitalism for poor people, because y'all got to understand there's corporation jobs that poor people aren't in those jobs. And he's right. If you think profit, that means you doing things based on your bottom line, not for the welfare or just the growth of your country or the people within it. And soon as they hit a hard spot and they've been working, they've been doing their thing, they own tax money can't go to them. Just think about that when North Carolina had that tornado or hurricane or whatever, and they didn't, Kamala Harris said, oh, well, they only get $750 because we done sent $700 billion to Ukraine. So my money went to something else, and I don't work for my money, but my money don't come to me.
I hate to say this, but this will sound real cold, but you cannot save everybody, and I don't know why y'all sitting up here.
So why we
but if it's my money that you save the rich people with, it's my money.
If you can save everybody, JB,
most people shouldn't even have been here because of bad decisions. I don't think y'all get that.
Perfect statement, right?
We passed that. If you got the money, well, let me just say this, Fatty. If it's my money, right, as in a taxpayer, if I'm a worker, I'm a taxpayer. My money is in this pool of funds that is being used to bail out multi-million, billion, and trillion dollar corporations. Those corporations could get bailed out with no problem. But soon as I have a problem as a person, it's my money that I've been contributing to my whole life. It's like, okay, ain't no money for you, or only this much money for you, but all your money went to something else. Too bad, so sad. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap. That's all he's saying. Is it's a double standard that is literally happening, and it's being proven.
We can still restructure our mindset. I think y'all getting so stuck on the billionaires to just our day-to-day lives on how we move. We got a lot the mindsets out there that y'all not even really addressing. Y'all only talking about saving the billionaires when you talking about your day-to-day life, what you spend your money on, how much food you buy, the shit you waste constantly. Stop acting like everybody got just sound mindsets to where they just moving accordingly and just doing the right. Stop that.
But we talking about Section 8. It's not. If we talking about Section 8,
like everybody on the assistance is moving correctly.
Listen, but that's what he's talking about. The main people that's not.
I'll say this and I'll be quiet.
There's more people that's not.
This is the problem.
And it's the people with the money.
Everybody ain't gonna have no good job.
Think about it for one.